Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. So nobody knew that I'm almost past the porcupine stage. I can't believe I came up with the porcupine thing. I don't remember that being with Russell Means. And I remember Russell Means. I can't believe I remember him. Like I was such a little girl, but I'm very sure it enraged my father. I was like, we can't have any more of these other guys. This Indian guy needs to get this in. Because I've been a libertarian the whole time. Even if I did some other tickets, I tell you what, if you were labeled as a libertarian or anyway, well, I mean, you have psychotic rapists after you like I do, then, you're definitely targeted. Does she have the same stuff on? I do, because it was I do, is it, this is when you want to worry about it if I've had it on for several days. Mr. Scary Guy over here is cutting down more trees and putting his fresh friends up. He's like literally in some kind of motorcycle scary group. He had men out standing, groups of the men, standing and stalking me last summer. They were throwing cigarettes and metal rusty pieces. He's so demented and sick. I can't even believe that God thought this was a good idea. And we prayed, and I'm like, maybe we were supposed to go out to the trailer out and... Okay, so we're going to get a hat. You're like, well, you're not going to think this is funny. Well, at least if you've just only recently visited, this is Mr. Tree. He's super cool. It's actually an incense thing. You can put a sage or something in him. And I changed his eyes to make him a little more friendly. He actually looked a little scary. This is one of John's creations. Oh, yeah. It's pretty gross out here. Little tree thing, but we need to work on the lid thing, and I don't know, it's just like a little hut. Okay, and then we have a gnome, Scandinavian for Christmas, one of our turkey's feathers, and a bunch of fun. Just this is like the fun port. It's like the fun port, you know what I mean? And I have this here, and it's annoying. So you have to kind of walk around it. It's not to be that way. It's intruder based because none of the intruders would go through the front door, but they might. And so I'm short, but then this is part of the vine out front, okay? And then I'm just leaving Christmas here. And it's so 2 balls. We have to have 2 balls to deal with what's going on. And then we have the oh my gosh, I'm going to forget now. The red bird. We're going to do the rainbow lights. Do you want to see him now? Poe hates him. But we knew this. We knew this wasn't like we were this dumb. It was just, we had to get out of where we were. It was getting worse. They were throwing stuff at the house and stuff, and they were just provoking me to no end. And the man on the other side wanted to rape me, and it was like the worst 8. It was 7 or 8. It was like our worstest. Like I was almost choked by one guy at another place. All right, so we have Poe here. Someone say, why doesn't he have a t-shirt like Hip? Because he's bigger and he stays warmer. His anatomy is different than Hip's. Hip is on charge all the time, and he's played too long. His eyes are literally red. And that it's not because they're not in a fair... I can't... Poe hates it. Poe hates a shirt. he likes the bandana. 4 minutes of this? Oh my gosh, well... We gotta go have some fun. Come on, let's go. We're gonna have some fun. I was gonna read Judgment 100, but hopefully you're all capable. Other than the porcupine, I had no idea that, did I say this yet? That Russell Means was part of the Porcupine something Ridge, Porcupine Pine Ridge. I didn't know until I just looked it up. But I know. So 73 was the last Wounded Knee. And I am not justifying their violence, okay? But like, Was it violence? No, like really, was it violence? Or what needed to be done? If I had stayed up north with Jesse in 2005, it was too soon. They weren't established that much up there. They had the casinos, and we didn't have enough of my blood, and it was to understand what was going on. And it was just, it's too dark and seedy. But what I did was not good, because then there was attacks out there, and then things got really. And I'm still having problems about that. I got to get more clothes on to just look a little prettier. And they knew about Jesse's abuse on me. They saw him doing it. They had to help me recondition him. They had to help me recondition him. It took about 3 months or more. But then he just started acting up at school. And, I can't believe this many ancestral pedophiles got away with this. And groomers and protectors. It's too hot for this, but we're going to try. Let's just go get a hat, right? So what kind of fun is this supposed to be had? Just that we're here and alive. Oh, the birds are using the bird. The leaning one, it's going to fall down too. It's going to fall down. They're using it. They're using the birdhouse. I just saw them going in and out. So John and I were going to take it down, but maybe we need to make it stronger. Oh my gosh, I didn't know they were going in there. That's amazing. The free bike. Oh, it's a bean, not a boom, but to eat, and it's full moon tonight, and you can see him grooming each other all right. They're like, that's just what we are. We're dogs, oh dogs. So anyways, Poe can't wear t-shirts and stuff. He gets too big. But we do have new t-shirts coming that don't look like fairies. And it says security on the back, I think. And then we have this other thing for like fireworks and stuff. 7 minutes of this? This doesn't seem very fun. It's just annoying. Oh, this is fun. So I thought it was a change purse. It's from Peru. I'm wondering now if it's just, it has different pictures all around. Made in Peru. But like I can barely, like, I would have to barely get change in, right? So I was like, is that for a little kid in Peru? But I love the pattern. Here, let's put some lights up. You guys, it's really time right now to get ready for mosquitoes and stuff. It's really beautiful, and it was only like $5 or $6, which seems not right. So this is what I have to say about this. Is Canada is really large and vast, but they have a ferry running it. Down here we have derelicts running it, and derelicts up here. There's derelicts down here that are letting the derelicts, more of them come up here, the ones that kill and stuff. What are we going to do? I mean, if I hear about an Alaskan, I was going to go here too. I had a bunch of places. I was like, I'm going to go there and be protected. I think it was literally the Lord. He's like, ain't nowhere going to be protected soon. All right. So anyways, in Alaska, JP Awake did a thing where there was a Planet Fitness transgender old man was changing in the dressing room. There's a poor little 12-year-old girl in the corner. And we just gotta go, is this fun? It should be fun. It should be fun, but some might find it a little more disturbing than that. So we have the porcupine. I think that's important. And we have what is a woodpecker. And it seems to be, I mean, this is only the second season of March to April, but it seems that he visited, or she or he visits. And they hang upside down and they peck on the side of the house and they look at me and they do stuff. And then they're not really around much after that. The mourning doves. I hope no one got a hold of the mourning doves. All right, well, he won't admit if he did or not. And that's just demented. Now this here, any other person would have cut it down. But we got these sprigs coming, and I'm going to show you these bells. It's like a bell flower, like purple and pink. And for us to probably be fully protected, but we can't be because of the aerial watching, is we'd have to have a fence about 20 feet high. It's not going to really happen. So I guess that was only the fun we had. I made some beautiful tea, and we're going to get calders, rinse them, and then we put them back out. Like, that's what I'm doing tonight. And it's a full moon, and we just need to enjoy it and say, you know what? We're still here. We're still kicking. Are we what we once were? Maybe not. Are we what we wish we were? Maybe not. Are we as pretty as we once were? Maybe not. Are we this or that of what we once were? Maybe not. So let's not worry about that back then, because it affects our current life right now. Like right now we need to focus on, I might have cherry tomatoes that come back over here. They may not. They may make this a little enclosed area with the peepee butts. And then a bunch of other stuff to have fun. And just if you have people you can trust and they didn't turn you in and treat you like a bag of crap, you're blessed. If you only have a few people and you feel so alone, then go to Jesus Christ. I know it seems stupid or whatever to some people, but you go to him and he will hug you. And I'm going to pray that right now, that he hugs everyone. He hugs everyone that's so alone and they don't even know what sex they are. They don't even know what they believe. They're so confused from this matrix that I pray right now that Jesus hugs you. And he says, you are a man or a woman. If you are some kind of fluke thing, situation, then it gets figured out, but it's the right way. And when I think of Jesus, I cry because my heart was so cold, getting so hard and cold. And by like 19, it was alarming. It was alarming. I still had like a sensitivity, but I was shutting down. I was going atheist. And it was the worst thing that ever happened to me. And I had a couple tragedies, and they were severe. And if it wasn't for those, and that this one little dingbat didn't get me to Jesus, the church was a cult, and it was weird, because the daughter, like, sexually harassed me, and groomed me, but I wouldn't be this kook I am now. It's just a joke, kind of. But I was always signing petitions and stuff back in high school, and as soon as I could, about Native American rights, and I'm not looking for praise or nothing. I use different names. That's not what it's about. I knew that something was with that. I knew that something was with that, with outside of religion, and it did torment me. Because I was like, regardless of the Christians and stuff, they're persecuted, but why are they just constantly they can't leave the original nations alone. All across the world, they can't leave the indigenous tribes alone. I don't know if that's an insult. No. First Nations of the earth. And to me, that's the first blood of God Creator. And I gotta go now because I'm not going to get into my philosophical reasons, but it's not even philosophical. It's something pretty wild. And I think that there is a verse in the Bible, but we know the Bible has been messed with, is that the ones that inherit the earth are the ones that nobody expected to inherit the earth. The poor, the weak, the depraved, the widowed. The sad part is that all you've been brainwashed. And you better take a retreat or a sauna or a, oh my goodness, I wanted to make my own. Let's see, I'm not remembering right now. It's through the natives. You go in there and you get baked up like a bacon bean. But I'm not going to say it out loud. There's a medical misinformation. So I have a beautiful tea I made, and it's so beautiful. And it's flowers and roses and hibiscus and everything in between. And some healing herb teas, and I just send my love, and that we hope God helps us. You may say he's not helped us yet. I feel you. But his ways aren't our way. God, Creator, knows what he's doing. We don't know. And so, this is my last take. This is before the takeovers. This is way back when some of these tribes conjoined. It wasn't fully like heaven. People are misinterpreting. I think it's just racist ass fucks, but surely they had struggles. Okay, let's just be. But they started to really figure out a rhythm between the time and even merchant trading and kind of an organized situation around the time of the real. Around the time of the real takeover and the Mayflower and we just need to know that Creator God is the one that takes care of everything, right?